guys, I am back and today I'm going to be doing a all the pans that I hit in 2022 video. I did this in I think 2020 and then I didn't revisit it in 2021, but I wanted to bring it back this year because I honestly thought it was a really cool just experience of going through and realizing all of the products that I did hit pan on in the year. And I think it's just a good way of, it does kind of recap all of the project pans that I've done in one little video, but I thought that it would be interesting to talk about what I hit pan on, how long it took me, or what I think of it, or kind of just showing how many of a certain type of product I can hit pan on in a year. So without further ado, I'm going to jump straight into the progress, and the first is a product that I actually don't have because I used it up. So this was it was a compact that I had in my products I want to use up in 2022. It was two Kat Von D mini loose powders that I had pressed into an old CoverGirl compact, and I hit pan and completely finished that within the first couple of months of the year. So that is a product that I did hit pan on, but is no longer in front of me. Then the next product that I was going to talk about is my Pan That face palette. Hopefully this isn't a spoiler to anyone who hasn't been caught up on this project, but at the beginning of the year I had rolled this in as like my Pan That face palette for the year, and it has 6 shades in it, and I hit pan in 4 of those shades just this year. Neither of these two had pan on them, and as you can see, they're completely used up. I used them as bronzers. I hit pan on this highlighter over the summer, and I hit pan on this blush sometime in the late summer months. This is just a really stunning palette. I am very happy with it, but I thought it was really exciting that I was able to really, when I looked back at my January picture of this palette, I was so excited to see just like how far I had come with it. And because of that, now I know you can hit pan on a blush, probably 1 or 2 bronzers and a highlighter in a year, but can't use them up apparently. Then I'm gonna get into my Pan Those Eyeshadows palettes. This is where the rest of the products will come from, but I thought it was cool to recap what I hit pan on and how long it really kind of like took me to hit pan on how many shades I did. First, from my Tarte Tartlet in Bloom shade, I hit pan on the shades Charmer, Rocker, and Sweetheart. Charmer is right here, Rocker is right here, and Sweetheart is down here. If I remember correctly, Rocker was rolled in officially and maybe Charmer was, but I know I did not hit pan on all of my goals. I had rolled in this Rebel shade, and that has a nice dip on it now, but it is definitely not like it is not a pan that I did hit because it's so dark. My brain just stopped working there for a second. I hit pan on the shade Bare Naturally. That wasn't rolled in. The shade Secret was rolled in, and I did get a good sized pan on it, mostly using it as a crease shade. It was not very difficult to use up at all. I did roll in Raw, I believe, but didn't manage to hit pan on it. And then the last shade was Love Bite, which I used as a liner to smoke up some looks. It's really just a beautiful shade, and I really enjoyed playing with it. And using things as liners, I've found definitely speeds up the progress for hitting pan. From the Lorac Pro palette, I also hit pan in 3 shades, Sable, Light Pink, and Pewter. So Sable is this deeper matte brown, Light Pink is this light pink, and Pewter is this taupey color. I also almost completely cleaned out this cream shade and expanded the pan in taupe as well. And I'm so close on Espresso. I'm really bummed that I didn't hit pan on Espresso this year, but this is not a Pan Those Eyeshadows update. And then my Tati Beauty Textured Neutrals Volume 1 palette, I hit pan in the shade Soothe. So that is all of the eyeshadows. That is 10 eyeshadows for the year, which I think is bananas. Like, I think in 2021 I hit pan in like 4 eyeshadows. So focusing on an eyeshadow, you can definitely hit pan on it after, I would say most of these took me 2 to 3 months of consistent use, depending on how well used they were when I rolled them in. The blushes took the longest to hit pan. The bronzers took me like 4 months to hit pan, and my powder took me like a month or 2 to hit pan. So I think this is really interesting, moving towards like a loose powder and working out of very specific palettes and things like that definitely has limited the amount of like single products, single blushes, single highlighters that I will be including in these videos. But I am super curious to see what this looks like next year, given what I have planned for my Pan That Palette series and how I'm planning on shaking up my project pans in general. So that is everything that I have for today's video. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you're having an incredible day. If you like project panning and you want to see more, please stick around. I have a ton of projects planned for next year and that I did do this past year and the year before it. So there's a lot of good stuff happening. I am so happy to have hit pan on so many eyeshadows and face products this year, and I'm so excited to keep up the momentum. Other than that, I hope you're having an incredible day wherever you are and that I get to see you in a future video. Thanks, guys.